Hello, today I will be building a $1,000 gaming computer and PC building simulator. This game is basically a simulator that uses computer components based on real parts. That is right, you can build a computer before buying it. The parts I will be using are from Fractal Design, Gigabyte, AMD, Corsair, Patriot, and ASUS. All the computer components I will be showing you today are listed in the video description below. The prices will vary time to time, and I manage a $1,000 budget during the time of making this video. Let's start off with this mid-tower case. Fractal Design Meshify C provides a lot of airflow with its front panel open, only covered by a mesh, and this case comes with 2 fans. But the reason why this is a very good pick is because this case doesn't choke the fans that are in front of the case like other trending cases. The Meshify C is going for $90. Trust me when I say this case is better than most cases. The motherboard, I went with Gigabyte GA-AB350 Gaming 3. As some of you can tell by this B350 motherboard, you'll be able to overclock and use M.2 SSD storage. But our build today won't have overclocking or M.2 SSD storage or even SLI, since we are focused on a $1,000 budget build. Just having this motherboard opens a lot of upgradability in the future. Just no SLI is available at all on this board. The Gigabyte B350 is going for $85. If you want to SLI, you probably would have to spend $100 more on a motherboard compared to this. Now for the CPU, AMD Ryzen 5 1600 processor with the Wraith Spire cooler will provide us just enough to game and even edit 4K videos. This CPU comes with a cooler, and we will be using that cooler to stay in our $1,000 budget. Overclocking the CPU on this build wouldn't be recommended since we are using stock cooling. Although if you wanted to pay $80 on an air cooler, then you would get enough to overclock. The AMD Ryzen 5 with Wraith Spire cooler goes for $155. This is a 6-core, 12-thread CPU clocked at 3.2 GHz and can be boosted to 3.6 GHz. The RAM I went with Corsair Dominator Platinum 16GB dual sticks DDR4 3200 MHz. I'm not sure on RAM prices, but from what I've heard that they are still high as of right now. I do remember RAM being cheaper when I first built my gaming rig in the year 2011. I probably spent less than $100 at that time. I know there are cheaper RAM out there, but this game didn't have them listed besides the Corsair Dominator brand and a few others. So the Corsair Dominator is going for $180. I'm using 2 sticks of 8 GB of RAM. Rate speed is 3200 MHz. Finding storage was easy. Patriot memory burst 480GB SSD weren't expensive and still had good read and write speed like most SSDs. The speed were 520 megabytes per second read and 496 megabytes per second write. I could have went with an HHD and probably would have saved $40, but having fast loading times was very much important in this gaming rig. The Patriot SSD is going for $64. If you needed the extra storage space, then go ahead and just plus $40 on the total of this gaming rig, and you will be able to get a 1TB HDD. Then the power supply. Corsair TX M series 650 watts seemed like a solid choice to me. This is a semi-modular and is 80 Gold Plus certified. 650 watt power supply is about enough for most of these budget gaming rigs. Some computers can handle 500 watts, but to be safe, I've chosen the 650 watt for some overclocking headroom on the CPU. When purchased with a better cooler, anyways, the Corsair 650 watt is going for $80. The power supply is probably the most overlooked component, and people would probably just go for the most wattage that is available to their system. For example, getting a 1000 watt power supply is totally unnecessary for some systems unless you're doing custom liquid water cooling or extreme overclocking in SLI. Finally, our GPU, ASUS GeForce GTX 1060 6GB ROG Strix Overclock Edition graphics card will do well with 1080p gaming and is VR ready. It may not max out 4K gaming on highest presets, but it will do medium high at 60 frames per second at 4K resolution. There is also no need to overclock this card since it's the overclock edition. Another reason to get that card. The card is built on the Pascal architecture, which is basically means faster, more power efficient, and better optimization for virtual reality. This also means that this card will blaze through current generation of games. The ASUS Strix 1060 card is going for $344. A rule of thumb when purchasing graphics cards: do not pre-order the latest graphics cards. Wait until they come out, see the reviews, and see how they perform. There we have it, our $1,008 gaming computer. Well, I was $8 over. Anyways, I will have all parts listed in the description below, with other videos of YouTubers reviewing these parts in a more detailed manner. I highly recommend you check out those videos, especially if you're interested in building a budget gaming rig, like myself. I also hope you check out PC Building Simulator, as it is a tool to building a computer before purchasing it. Well, that is it for me. See you later.